Hello, Jay. It's good to see you. Always first in, best dressed, you are. Oh boy, this is once again an unplanned live. Spirit really encouraged me to get on here this morning to have a bit of a pep talk and a bit of a chat to you all about what's going on in the current collective energies. I've literally got the heebie-jeebs because obviously I'm an energy reader and healer, so I can actually feel all the energies, my own energy, the collective energies, what's coming in. It's a fun ride. So, hello Denise, I welcome you all this morning. I will say Happy Australia Day because I do not get into all the gimmicks and the crap that's associated with it. I'm not ignorant to it, obviously, but I'm proud to be Australian. And yeah, we have a public holiday here, so it's allowed me to jump on live, one-on-one on the camera. So to all my Aussie friends, I love you all. What the hell's going on here? This has got something to do with what I've got to say today. Hello, Lou. It's good to see ya. So how you all feeling? How you all feeling? Good morning, Tina. It's good to see you all. I'll give everyone a minute to jump on. I had a bit of feedback last time that I did a live that people couldn't comment. They could see the comments now, but they couldn't comment themselves. So if that's you and you're watching this right now and you cannot comment at all, you may have to go out of the link that I probably shared on one of my social media platforms, and you will have to hop into the YouTube app itself and then find me there. That's why it's really important that you subscribe and do all that type of stuff, because yeah, you'll have to go into the actual YouTube app itself to talk. So give that a crack. See how that works out for you. Happy Australia Day to you too, Jody. Cheers, everyone. How's the full moon treating you all? By the influx of messages, the influx of readings, the influx of, I would say, confusion that's that's come towards me the last 2 or 3 days. I love being everyone's beacon of light, but if you have messaged me or anything and I haven't got back to you, then there's only one of me and lots of you, so I've got to tend to pay bookings before I sort of do the inboxing things, but I'm sure you'd understand. Your body is hurting? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today, Denise. No, I'm not laughing at you, but it's nice to know that it's happening for a reason. Oh, thanks, Libby. The hair, the hair. It's due for a bit of a touch-up. That's in the next week or two, but yeah, it's all down to these physical changes that a lot of people are going to start experiencing shortly. Oh, you feel like you've got a hangover with this moon, Rosalie. And please know, please know that it's all happening for a reason. Oi, hey Johnny, it's good to see you again, man. It's been a while. Oh, hello, Dan. How are you? Hope everything's going well with you. And good morning, Tam. Thank you all so much for joining me. I have some somewhat exciting news, but I really, I'll show you my little notepad. This is about 3 or 4 days worth of channelings. So, you know, when I jump on, hey, Kimmy. I'm glad to hear that, Dan. Hi, Hannah. Good to see you all. Could be, Johnny. You could lose some physical weight in this, but let's do it in a healthy way, shall we? Yeah. But you'll always see me preach because I'm very clairvoyant. I'm very clairsentient. I'm very clairvoyant. I'm a very strong empath. I get channel messages each and every day. If I was to share every single message that I got, most social media pages would be absolutely flooded. So I try to wait and collate it all to do one specific message, but that's what I love about these lives, is I can get on and just purge and share with you what I've been getting. So, hello Debbie. to stay calm and going with the flow through many challenges. This is way more fun. Yeah. Car challenges will come in because I'm having car challenges myself. Not extreme, but my aircon stopped working. And I thought I'd do, the typical, I'll fix it first type of thing and try to clear the air vents and all that, but it's still not working. But you'll always hear me say, it's not what happens to you, you guys. It's what you do with it, what you do about it. And hopefully in some way I can help you today. But I'm sending your car heaps of loving vibes and positive restoration, Libby. But maybe it's a sign, maybe it's a synchronicity that, maybe travel isn't what needs to be done at the moment. Like I say, I've got to drop my son off at school and pick him up, and I've got to do shopping and stuff like that. Not take away that, but I still believe to this day that everything kind of happens for a reason. And yes, we did manifest it to start with, but yeah, sometimes there are little divine interventions that do come into play where, you need to focus on other areas of your life. So, Paige's aircon is leaking inside a car. Look, with the heat and the crap that we've had to endure over the last week or two, and I'm sorry for all the USA peeps out there that have been freezing their absolute little titties off. We've been sweltering here. G'day, Wendy. And I think it's just what's happening as a collective energy. And I'll explain it. So whether it's happening to your automobiles, whether it's happening to you as an individual, whether it's happening to people around you and you're all hunky-dory, cool and great, it's like we're a little combustion system at the moment. And the weakest points, the weakest parts of anything in this 3D is going to either break, is either going to break down, is going to crack, is going to... Something's going to happen. Can be happening physically, can be happening mentally. It can be your possessions, anything like that. There's such a massive breakdown that's happening at the moment, and that's why I'm really passionate about jumping on, giving you 1-minute messages each and every day, because it's not that we're turning a blind eye to the reality that a lot of people are experiencing. But we do want to inject you with a little bit of hope and a little bit more optimism, and to place an inspirational seed within you to know that things do and will always get better. Hello, Rose. Oh, are you, Denise? Oh, the joys. That'll be me soon. Kenzie will get his learners soon, even though he doesn't want them, but anyway. So yeah, that's what's happening, you guys. If you watch my 1-minute lives, and if you haven't, I really encourage that you do so. What's happening with this full moon is, and the best way, because I'm trying to explain in verbally what energy is happening, so bear with me. What's actually happening at the moment is that Spirit have received your desire, and your desire has been birthed out of all the unwanted things, all the issues, all the problems, all the discord that has happened to you over probably the course of the last, I'd go probably 18 months. So you've launched this rocket of desire, and the current energy where the full moon is letting off at the moment, its energy is backing whatever you're projecting out to the universe. The reason why I had to get on so desperately today, and I'm trying to do it in a way where I don't try to rush you or scare you, because what will be, and what it is, how it is. But this energy to me is so much more amplified, and it's going to get you towards those things that you're asking for quicker and sooner rather than later. So it's kind of like, what's an example I can give? It's kind of like your car running on empty, it might get a little bit more sluggish and stuff like that. No, well, let's go aircon. Your car aircon, you know what I mean? Over the course of the last, 12 months or something, it's not as cold. Your aircon in your car or your house or whatever hasn't been as cold. And so you've been putting out there, I'll have to get it regassed, I'll have to do this, but you never physically do it. And then all of a sudden, it's warm as fudge. It's leaking. It's got some sort of breakdown that's happening within it. The current energy at the moment is going to help you fix or solve that solution quite fast should you get into vibrational harmony with it. And it's going to happen sooner. For example, I put the call out the other day saying I need a mechanic that's in our area that can service my car, check the air conditioning, and we also need someone just to come and mow our yard for you. And I sort of just chucked it out there, and I got a lot of recommendations, but there was one particular person that reached out and said, I'm a mobile mechanic, I'll come and do this, I'll check it out for you, blah, 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 come up with a really good deal. And he goes, oh, and hell, while I'm there, I might as well mow your lawn for you too. So that's how far it come in, like within 2 hours, everything that I needed and I projected that I needed done come into me so quickly. So that's the best way that I can explain it. It's the best way I can explain it. Denise just said, I actually remembered to put out my crystals last night, but realised that I have lost 2 bracelets last week. I can't remember the angel's name. Is it Shemuel that helps you find lost stuff? You can call upon your angel to help you find your lost stuff. But I was really interesting reading I did for a lady yesterday, and I'll just share this while this gets warmed up a little bit. I was channeling for a lady, and I won't try to speak out of school because your privacy is very important to me, but she was doing a lot of activation work. So activating crystals, putting them under the moonlight, going and being activated by healers, doing a lot of activation work. But what she found is it was actually having the adverse reaction, and I sort of said to Spirit, why is that? If she's being activated, why is she having such an adverse reaction? Because a lot of people will just think, oh, she's cleaning out the old gunk and stuff like that, which it can be for some. It's different for everybody. But Spirit actually told her to stop doing that, because what she's doing is she's activating a vibration, activating a momentum that she isn't physically ready for, that she's not mentally ready for, that she's not spiritually ready for. So just be really, really careful, and I don't want to scare anyone once again with the processes that you're doing at the moment. You will always hear me say, go with the flow, follow the law of attraction, and always do what you feel is your next best inspired step. But that was really interesting. That was really interesting to me. So I just shared that based off Denise's comment about activating her crystals. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Kim. You love hearing my voice and wisdom. Poor thing. No, I'm just kidding. Libby manifested a very brilliant and mystical Chilean mechanic. Ooh, we kept running into each other after I said his name. Mobile too. Oh, there you go. And it's funny you say that too, Libby, because I've got really specific in the type of relationship and the person that I'm manifesting. And I got this time I got down to the nitty gritty. And it's not that I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not like, it's got to be this person or nothing or whatever. But over the course of the last 3 days, even down to the painter that come and painted one of our walls or something, exactly the same, Libby, exactly the same. They had the right features, they communicated that way, they spoke my language, they were curious, like all these specifics that I was throwing out there. And I always say, hey, Spirit, this is what I'd like, and if it's not that, then yeah, make it something better. I'm not shy. Bring it on, I'll have a bit of a challenge. But yeah, it's coming into our reality. And the trick with that at the moment, if you are getting this level of awareness and you're starting seeing these signs and synchronicities, is just say, thank you, universe. Thank you so much. It's just validation from the universe, whether it's coming in numbers, whether it's coming in feathers, whether it's coming in coins, whether it's coming into running into the same people. It doesn't matter what it is. The art at the moment is not to get attached to anything and go, oh, that must be it. Whoop, and jump straight onto it. No. That's not what we do at the moment. Because on the flip side, a lot of us are still facing shadow parts of self. So, yeah, okay, good, Livy. I hope that made sense. It's just evident of what you're putting into the universe. Everything in your current reality, physically, what you're looking at, who you're bumping into, the communications you're having, all that is, at the end of the day, is a physical representation of how you're feeling and what you're thinking within yourself. So if you're getting really excited and you're starting to see the evidence of what you've been asking for, just say, thank you, universe, more of that, please. Thank you, universe, more of that, please. And if it's meant to be the person, if it's meant to be the job, if it's meant to be the thing, it will stick. It will stick. And you'll know. You'll just vibrationally know. Everything is going to be really fast moving. I cannot, that's why I jumped on last week about the anxiety and that a lot of people are feeling. Unless you can sit down each day and go, what am I doing in my own life, in my own reality that's causing this anxiety? Or is there something around me that's making me feel a little bit anxious? Maybe you've got a test you've got to sit for, or, you know, maybe you're waiting on some news or something. Then you've got a valid reason to feel that anxiety, or you've got to do something you don't want to do, you know what I mean? Or if you just generally focus too far in advance, you're going to feel anxious. But the energy at the moment is making people feel that way regardless. So if you're feeling that way, please know that can be a collective energetic response, not necessarily what's going on with you as an individual. You never remember to put them out? Well, that could be your intuition saying that's what it needs too, Denise. This is where it gets a little bit complicated because everyone's got their own energy, they've got their own energetic timeline, they've got their own intention, they've got their own momentum, they've got their own belief systems, they've got their own perceptions. Everybody has all of their own stuff, you know? Oh, well, it's always good to see you too, Johnny. Yep, feathers, numbers, and if you're sort of beyond seeing that and you're going, oh, for the love of God, pardon my pun, you know, stop showing me the feathers, I get it already, I get it, where's my goods? You can actually ask Spirit for something bigger and better. So I think I've shared a few times the story of the yellow balloon. I had a choice to make. Do I stay in Queensland or move to New South Wales at the time? And I said, Spirit, if I'm meant to move to New South Wales, show me a yellow balloon. Show me a yellow balloon. It doesn't matter how it's going to come in, where or what or how. Just show me a yellow balloon. And I took my kids to the park one day, and I looked up and I've got a photo. I can share it if no one believes me. And we were just mucking around. I looked up and here's this big yellow balloon that it was stuck in the middle of the trees. So that's just evidence. That should have popped. Like that balloon really should have popped, you know. But it didn't, and I saw it, and I trusted it, and I believed in it. I asked for a specific sign, Spirit delivered, and I think it was within, I don't know, 3 to 6 weeks or something like that. It was very close after that I moved to New South Wales. So, you know, it's about having faith and belief and knowing that the universe has your back. Oh, Libby, that sounds really cool. I love that for you. Oh, hello, Cynthia. It's so good to see you too. I was going to say much love to you at the same time. I have concerns lately and walked out to the yard. Number of white feathers. Spirit and angel, listen to me now. Absolutely, they are. You have no idea how much the angels, your ancestors, your guides, the fairies, the angels, all the non-physical energies. You have no idea how heavy at work they are at the moment. They're doing everything that they can, but us as 3D individuals, if we don't soothe ourselves, calm ourselves, but at the same time do something energetically proactive to sort of raise our vibration, then what can they do? What can they do? Hey, Lisette, it sure is a beautiful full moon. So we're 20 minutes in. I'm just going to tune into these cards because I will get a message. Spirit got me to choose cards that I don't tend to typically work with. So this whatever's going to come out is going to be as much as a surprise to you as it is to me. Yeah. But I do have some notes I want to address. How about a feather in my chicken? Hey, if it caught your attention. Can you send me a photo of your feather, please, on your left hand? This one? That didn't turn out how I wanted it. What I do is, because I'm an energy worker and it's really easy for me to get ahead of myself, I got the big tattooed on my hand too, because it catches my eye all the time, and it's to help me slow down. So it's sort of like my visual cue, because I'm a very visual person. But yeah, and they were meant to be rosary beads. Meant to be. They were meant to pop. And now they just look like little nugget of turds on my wrist. But anyway, but yeah. So, and that was meant to have white and stuff through it anyway. Anyway. Oh, that's nice of you to say, Maya. Thank you. So, yeah, that's the tether. But I can send you a photo, Kim. Oh, shit, see, the energy. And these cards, for me, never typically jump out like that. What was I going to say? I was working with a lady once, and she was really, really good. She was a real deliberate creator, but she still had a little bit of mental health concerns, and she was still bouncing around certain things. And she set up a 6-week coaching package with me, and by the end of the 5th week, like, she was kicking goals, this chick. I mean, I was so proud of her. But on the 6th, the last session together, she sort of resorted back a little bit, and I sort of said to Spirit, like, we can't have her unravel everything that she's just done. Give me something for her. What can I can't mention the name, but what can she do from this moment forth, because that's all we have, to help her stay on track? And Spirit got me to get a little Nico pen, and I put a little dot on her hand, and I said, because you're very active in your own personal development and self-development, I said, every time you catch yourself going back to an old version of you, or slipping in your thoughts or whatever, I said, you look at that dot and you remember the reason why you're creating this change in your life and doing all this sort of stuff. So she did. Anyway, I hadn't heard from her for about 2.5 months. And then I heard back from her, and she ended up, that little process worked so well for her as an individual that she actually went and got a tattoo of a little spot on a hand. And now every time she feels herself pulling back, she'll go and have a look at, she'll look at the dot on her hand. And now she changed the job, she got a partner. I mean, you had to see her before and after to notice the real difference. And everybody always gives credit to me and what I do and what I say and all that, and that's all nice and stuff, but at the end of the day, it takes the person that I'm reading for to actually do the work and do the energy work and to want better for themselves. So Spirit and I, we're just a catalyst. It's up to the individual to do, you know, to do the work. So yeah, all right, I'm not going to get into touch those because I'll do them fresh shortly. But okay, so hello everyone that's jumping on. It's so good to meet you and see you. Please do subscribe and share, especially if you want to live a more spirit-led lifestyle. That's what we're about here. I am all about self-development, personal development. I channel clear and concise messages from Spirit, 9 times out of 10. And Spirit only gives us what they feel we need to know, not always what we want. So if you do want to book in for a reading and receive what you want to know, what's your next best course of action, what's best for you in your life, by all means, my website, all the links are down below. You could do that. But I am going to get stuck straight into what's happening with this full moon energy. I'm going to share the notes that I've been given. But before I do that, I want to share with you something pretty exciting. I am opening up the opportunity. I'm going to be launching it this Sunday. I'm launching this Sunday a VIP group. This group is going to be, you're going to be invited, of course. But this group is going to be more designed, and the intention is to help those who do want to help themselves, those who may not be able to afford the resources, the help, the support, or whatever they need to help them move forward. This group is actually called Clear Knowings with Miss Psychic D. So what I'm going to do each day is, you see how I work with my 1-minute messages. I get a lot more messages throughout the week, the days, the times, practices, skills, tools, all that sort of stuff. I get it all the time because I get it for myself. But what I'm going to be doing in this VIP group is I'm going to actually be sharing behind the scenes footage and stuff and how I go about my day and, you know, all the ups and the downs. I have down days too, so I'll go on and vlog, you know, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and the process I'm going to do to sort of shift my energy out of that. So it's going to be a little bit more personalized. It's not going to be like me teacher, you student, and blah, blah, blah. So I can't do that. It's not how I roll. Energy changes every single day. So my next best logical step for me was to create a group. Obviously, it takes my time, it takes my energy, it takes my positive intention. So there will be a one-time fee, admission fee, if you will, to join. But once you're in, you're in. I've tried a few subscription services and membership platforms and all that, and it's just not my jam. It just hasn't gelled with me at this point of where I'm at. But I spoke to Spirit and they gave me all the messages to do it. I'm creating a VIP group. So if you do want to live a more spirit-led lifestyle and you want to start walking this path with someone who's a natural channel for spirit, and you actually want to get behind the scenes information, not just what you receive across my social media platforms, then that might be the place for you. So I haven't come up with the fee yet, Johnny. I'm still rationalizing that, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up because on Sunday I'll jump on and probably do a live again to channel energy for the month of February. Then I will tap into the energy of the week ahead, which I do all the time on here. Every day over on Facebook, Instagram, and in the Reels here, you'll get your daily message. If you don't get a daily message that day, that's just because I physically couldn't get on to do it. So yeah, that's the only reason why. But inside the group itself is where you will have direct access with me. We'll create a little fun and uplifting and supportive group of like-minded people. We're all friends here. So don't think that just because I do this and that I'm better than you. No, it's not the way it is. We are all in this together. I'm going to have some special guests in that group. I've already lined someone special up, hopefully. I won't mention your name just in case. But if you're watching, you know who you are. Beautiful, beautiful healer herself. And so, yeah, whatever I feel like putting in there, that's what I'll put in there. It's all spirit-led. So as much as I'd love to say you're going to get this and you're going to get that and it's going to be structured and it's going to be this, I don't work that way. I can't work that way because shit changes every single day, every week, you know. But yeah. Hey, Kitty. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Hey, Jeanette. So stay tuned for that. I am going to make it achievable for people to afford. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to invest in yourself, whether it's financially or with your time or whatever it is. My hair's really pissing me off. It's going to be up to you, but yeah. That way, I just think if it's a one-time fee and people do join, you can leave whenever you want. You can sit in the back burner if you like. You can do whatever you want. But to me, it allows me to keep doing what I do, because sometimes people don't realise I do, you know, kind of rely on like the super chats, the donations, and that to keep the free stuff going. But yeah, it's just an energy exchange. But you can come, and that way I can hopefully gather more of a community, so we can all be a little bit more spirit-led, because that's what it's about at the moment. So, hello, travel with Sunil. So yeah. Anyway, and if you do join as well, not only do you get all that behind the scenes content, you also get first dibs on all the specials, and I have some other things in the work. I won't tell you what they are. I'm just going to do it and then share it. But yeah, you'll get behind the scene access to everything that I'm coming up with. So yeah. So thank you so much for all your support. Let's get into this message, eh? All right. Let's see how I can like this. I've just explained how the energy at the moment is ramping up. Spirit gave me the dialogue. The only way to change your life at the moment is to change yourself. So a lot of the work, and you'll hear me bantering about it for the last few months, this has been an internal job. So if you are someone that has been expecting your exterior circumstances to change, for people to sort of come and fix your woes and your boo-boos, you may be in for a bit of a shock at the moment, because I feel like if you've done the work and you have actively done stuff to change your life, you're just about to be accelerated. So what's going to happen with that though is it may start affecting you physically. So if you are going through any physical symptoms right now, or they're about to come in for you, please know that that's just a sign of how your energy and your vibration has accelerated, how it's lining up with what you're wanting to manifest. And I think this period in our time, and probably from this moment forth, it's going to be extremely crucial that you guys take care of your physical selves. Okay, so obviously always go and get your medical checks and do everything by the book. I do believe that I was saying that about mental health, because mental health is my passion. Been there, done that, got over it, and am evidence of it now. But if you have anything physical going on, please go and get the right help. Same with your mental health, same with your spiritual health, same with your holistic health. So please do start taking care of your physical self. But that was the download I got, is the only way to change your life is to change yourself. Spirit are really encouraging everyone right now with the current energy, how it is. Just start where you are. Where you are is not wrong. You're exactly where you're meant to be. If you need help, obviously, if you're not sort of drawn to me as a reader, go to someone that you're attracted to. All the light workers are coming into play right now. So what you need is out there. You just got to line yourself up with it by wanting this change. But they said, please start conditioning yourself to success. Please, we need to start conditioning our energy towards more success rather than failure, rather than doom and gloom, rather than the world's going to end, all that sort of stuff. We really need to start conditioning, whether that's physically to get the physical strength, whether it's mental strength, whether it's your hair, which I probably should have done a better job about. Anyway, really start conditioning yourself for success. For me, it had to start with my mindset, but with some other people, it's exercise. Some people, their mental health just naturally improves, and obviously it's a chemical thing. I'm not a scientist, don't do the chemical shit, I do energy. But people who go and work out, people who go and look after it, their mental health becomes a beautiful natural byproduct of that. So please start conditioning yourself from success from this moment forth. I will help you along the way. This is a specific sentence they gave me. They said, address your mistakes and find peace with where you are going. Hang on. See, it doesn't make sense when I have to read it out loud. Address your mistakes and find peace with them. So you'll hear me say, anyway, address your mistakes and find peace with them. Find peace with wherever you are. It's all right, I deleted them now, guys. Don't worry about it. Because we are going to start living what we have changed or not changed, leading up to this point. So I'll just say that one more time. Address your mistakes or things that are no longer wanted in your life. Find peace with them. Condition yourself now for success through affirmation, self-scripts, all that positive jazz. As we are going to start living in the physical, we are going to start living what we have changed or what we haven't changed. So I don't want to scare anybody, but that's what's going to happen. You are the creator of your own reality. So whatever's been going on leading up until this point, you're going to experience more of the same, or you're going to experience this change. So, and then I wrote changes in your physical self. So there is going to be a lot of shifts and changes happening in your physical self. So those who know me over the course of the last 12 to 18 months know that I have been trying to do that myself. I had to go to a psychologist to help me through that process. So please, if you need help from a naturopath, from a physiologist, physiotherapist, energy healer, whatever your thing is, get amongst it. because I am seeing, and they just literally told me just then, in an hour, that there is a possibility of a lot of transitions this year. There's going to be quite a few. And it may be quite consistent as well. So I don't really want to go into that right now, but awesome, Kitty, awesome. And just remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to be able to do everything straight up, all at once, as much as we'd love to. But just everybody just focus on the main important aspect of self, and learn about the law of attraction. Learn about the law of attraction. Exciting times ahead, all right, Kim, and you know it, baby. Oh, thank you so much, Jeanette, and you are too, darling. You're doing a great job too. Whoop, thank you. Yeah, look at that. Lessons learned. You're either about to learn a lesson, maybe the hard way, and that's not what we want for you. But you're going to learn a lesson the hard way. We are moving forward, whether you like it or not. It's up to you to use the wisdom that you already have, whether it's wisdom from spirit or whether it's your own wisdom. It's about learning your lessons. If someone's treated you incorrectly, treated you poorly, something happened to you as a kid, whatever it is at the moment, it's our job to learn our own individual lesson and not personalize it anymore, to receive the help that we need to help us move forward, and take a leap of faith into your own life. Take a leap of faith. And look, I'm not going to say it's not going to be rocky, especially leading up. I do feel like the end of March, April is very significant for this beautiful new shift. We're being backed at the moment, so it's about waking up with as much purpose as you can and pre-pave your days and going to bed satisfied each night and taking care of your holistic self in between. Because there are new offers and new opportunities, because they're literally showing me an olive branch now. So you need to make amends with yourself first and foremost for anything that you've done, said, behaved, acted, accepted, anything like that. You need to find peace with that at this given time. Just do that. Spirit will summon in the resources, the people, places, things, the ideas, whatever it is that you need, they will bring it to you. But your only job right now is to learn your lesson. Learn your lesson and move on. And I think a lot of people are learning their lessons. Throw a couple of wrenches out, miss. Don't know what that's in relation to, Jay. Sorry. Because there's going to be a quick shift in your abundance sector with the page here. I literally heard money on my mind, money on my mind. So if money is on your mind, and even if it's not cash money, this is anything of value. This is anything of value. It's coming in for you in the coming weeks. Those who have had a private reading with me, I think there's a couple of you on here, you'll know what that specific is for you. This can be really good deals. This can be great savings. This can be gifts. This can be money itself. It can be pay rises. It can be winning the lottery. It can be anything for anyone. Depends on how deserving that you feel. Sorry, give me something else here. Stop holding on too tight to things, guys. Don't hold on because you're stagnating the energy. Don't hold on to things too tight. Whether this is money, whether this is purse strings, whether this is how you truly feel. Don't hold on to how you feel. Purge it, release it. Even if you don't talk to somebody about it, journal, write it down, have a conversation with the universe. Go see a counsellor or something. Oh, make people moderators. Yeah, well, if I keep doing lives, I'll probably have to do that. I may need some help knowing how to do that because, yeah, I'm still a virgin. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Because it's very distracting when I'm trying to stay in the flow. What was I going to say? Yeah, because the grass is actually going to be a lot greener coming in over the next couple of months, but we've got to take care of ourselves. That's another thing they said is you've got to get to know yourself more. Get to know yourself more. Rather than listening to what other people's perceptions and beliefs are of you, believing that old past version of yourself, that's part of the lesson learning as well, is getting to know yourself in your current reality. I still sit there sometimes and go, oh my God, I literally said it to my niece this morning. I said, oh my God, I can't believe I had that going on. You know what I mean? And it just sort of come out of the blue. There's so many different aspects of yourself, but it's not about beating yourself up about these parts of yourself. It's about acknowledging that it's showing you something, and if you want to be a bigger, better version of yourself, you're going to have to make the changes and change your life. So you do have to allow it, Kim, but if you're not in vibrational alignment with allowing it, you're still trying to energetically do something that you're not ready for. I notice that a lot about people is that, you know, they have walls and they have blocks and all that sort of stuff, but they focus too much on learning how to allow it all into them. But the reason why it hasn't come into you on an energetic level is because you're not vibrationally aligned with it yet. So you're sort of focusing your energy and your time into sort of the wrong thing, if that makes sense. It's all about how you feel, and knowing that how you think, you feel, you believe, the physical actions that you take or what you don't take, all that's going to govern and show you what's coming into your experience. So whether you allow it or not, it doesn't matter. I've started, because I know who I am, I allow certain things, especially people, right? Because I'm trying to allow people in after a long time. Anyway, but I'm noticing now that I'm starting to attract people that are really accepting me, warts and all. And even though I'm allowing them to do that, if that makes sense, I'm allowing them in, the only way that I could do that is because I do feel and believe that I've learnt my lessons, I'm at the best possible version of myself that I can be. So I hope that made sense. I'm not disregarding what you're saying, but Kim, and you do have to allow it in. But if you're not in vibrational alignment or harmony with what you're asking for, it's going to go pear-shaped. You'll either boycott it, you'll sabotage it, you'll be treated like crap again, you'll settle for a worse job than the one that you just went for. Yeah. So, like I say, true energy work is a lot more intricate and a little bit more detailed than what meets the eye. So that's why I've got to be really careful and keep it very, very broad when I'm doing collective, because you're all vibrating at a different frequency. All right, I'll tell you this right here. You release the BS. You release the BS. Whatever it is for you, you start releasing it right now and create the change you want to see in your world. I'm telling you now, it's being backed by this full moon energy. You're going to get it, whether it's wanted or unwanted. Look at this. We're in this energy right now. We're starting to have a little bit more faith, optimism, excitement, offers. Libby just said, lining up with people that are a physical representation of what she's been putting out to the universe and stuff like that. We got the Ace of Pentacles. The rest of 2024 has the potential of being quite prosperous, abundant, full of love, full of support, full of encouragement. You see the shift in my energy now? Because I'm in the energy of what's coming. And I am so bloody excited. You need to soothe your emotional selves and start putting your ideas out there, you guys. If you've got an idea or you've got something that you want, doesn't mean you have to go and act upon it straight away. Start journaling, start writing it down, start projecting it out to the universe, because I'm telling you what, it's still coming. Oh, I'm glad you are, Wendy. That's why I jump on here. I've been attracted to people who are understanding of my type of energy, guys that are wake up to themselves. Perfect, see? We're starting to see evidence of it. A lot of us are. Wanted and unwanted. I still experience things that are unwanted. But you are your own person. You choose to play. You choose to play and give it airtime and give it attention, or you just say, I'm sorry, that's not congruent and that's not in alignment with where I'm going and what I want and what I'm doing. You know, I wish you all the best. And I do, I love you where you are. And that could be the worst person in the world. But you can just say, I love you where you are, but you're not part of my story. You know, this is how my story's going. I am this and I am that. And I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm going to be here and I'm going to be experiencing that, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to have so much fun. You know, it's so playful. It's so cheerful. I deserve to be happy. That's what's coming in for you. Should you create the change, and should you start back doing some daily processes, that will obviously help as well. Shift in self brings a mirror of, so we can see the change. Yeah. Yeah, I really do feel like, look at that, just jumped out, confidence. It's about you having confidence in who you are. You need to go back to self. Humorous. Even if you're at the worst possible stage of your life and you feel like everything's been turned upside down, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because it's trying to get you to see what is possible for you and what you do actually want. Lost my train of thought. Got distracted by the success card that come out every single day. Literally jumped out. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought now. This is what happens when I try to focus on your comments and the energetic timeline. I'm learning. Anyway, sorry guys, I lost that train. The cards that literally jumped out of the manifesting is a success. Go back and watch my 1 minute. You seen it? This has been coming out all the time. This is your version of success. What does this? Here's a question. Here's something that you can. Oh, that's what I was going to say. What you can do is write down from this moment forth, backed by the full moon energy, what your definition and version of success looks like to you. What does it look like? What does it smell like? Who are you being successful with? Where is it? Who is it? All that sort of stuff. Go into the imagination and the visualization of it. And then once you've done that, grab another piece of paper or write it down as well in your journal. All those wonderful aspects of yourself. Everything that you love about yourself. I love that I'm kind. I'm giving. I'm compassionate. You know, I'm good looking if that's your thing. Not mine, working on it. I'm, you know, empathic. I'm nurturing. I'm a great customer service operator. I'm very intuitive. Maybe some people are becoming more intuitive and they need to, you know, get in contact with that. My hands really piss me off. This is what you don't do. Don't do something and then pick on yourself about it. And then write down all those positive aspects of yourself. So just do the week, use that hint and tip for this weekend, you guys. Don't make it a big hairy deal. You've got to just do one little energetic step after another, depending on where you are in your timeline and what's happening to you. But success is guaranteed. Look at this. This come out in 2 of my private readings this week. We've got courage. So it's going to take confidence and courage to say no to things that no longer serve you, to create the change that you want to see in your life, and it's going to take you to be confident. Success lays on the other side. We also got sensitivity and we got intuition. So the world is waking up. All the intuitives out there that sort of always knew that you had something sort of sixth sense-ish, something beyond this world. That's why, I don't know whether you guys saw my post on my thing, that I've got a Understanding and Empowering Your Sensitive Self ebook. It's available for $3 on my Buy Me a Coffee. I have a free Law of Attraction for Beginners ebook over on the Buy Me a Coffee. The link is down below if you want it. It's about understanding who you are, what your gifts are, what your abilities are, where you're currently at. You need to come into peace with that and find they just told me financial harmony. Come into harmony with that, because I think there's going to be some financial success on the other end of this. So it's all going to be depending on whether you're focused on lack or scarcity. Oh, thank you so much, Rose. How does it make you feel through your senses? Creating your reality. Absolutely. You empower me and motivating me to do more, to manifest what I need. Perfect, Wendy. And that's honestly, that is the biggest compliment. That's the biggest tip in my jar. It really is. It really is. That's why I get on here. I have such a passion and a natural passion. I always have. I've always wanting the best for everybody. So it actually means a lot that you said that, Wendy. Thank you. Yeah. Look, worthiness. I don't know how many times and how many decks we need to get this out. Worthiness, confidence, going within, understanding and empowering your own sensitivities, especially if you're an empath coming out. You're going to have to be courageous. Take some courageous steps to maybe shut yourself off from the world for a little bit and really start doing the personal development work. Learning your lessons so you can start accepting and embracing the new, abundant, prosperous times that are actually coming in across the planet. It's just that so many of you as spiritual beings here having your physical experience, you're too focused on everything that's going wrong, all the injustice that you've experienced leading up to this point, what everybody else is doing to some degree, the loss, the lack, the absence, the it's not comings. You know, if you're there, it takes more than just this to get you out of that. But if you are coming into this high level of awareness and you are consciously waking up, please start doing the energy work for yourself. The more Spirit knows, the more they holistically top you up, and the bigger and better and brighter and more abundant that you get, they know that you will just give from the overflow of that. It's natural, equal energy exchange. Whether it's time, whether it's love, whether it's money, whether it's support, whatever it is that you're calling in for yourself, it's going to come in. But you need to do the work yourself first. That's what Spirit are encouraging everyone to do right now. If you want change in this world, if you want change in your home, your community, your state, your province, your friggin' country, or the world, you've got to start being the change that you wish to see. You cannot keep expecting, and they're getting a little bit, you cannot keep expecting for the world to change, for the taxes to come down, for people to start behaving themselves, for the animals to start doing what you're expecting of them. Whatever it is, you cannot expect the outside world to change to benefit you. This is where everyone gets stuffed up. So wait for nothing, attach yourself to nothing, try to get a little bit more playful, try to get a little bit more selfish in a healthy way through the knowing and the understanding that you can be, do, have whatever you set your mind to. And some of you do need to set in these boundaries. Boundaries with self. Do what you need to do first and then do the other stuff after. So give yourself 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunchtime, 10 minutes in the afternoon. Do what you need to do to raise your vibration, become the best possible space, even if it's just from depression, even if you're just going to get yourself out of depression into, what's our up from depression? You know, blah. Awesome. Awesome. If you can get yourself there and keep doing that consistently, and all of a sudden you're consistently in blah mode, all of a sudden you'll have another shift in your timeline, and then all of a sudden you're going from blah to, wow, I'm actually seeing hope here. Wow, I'm actually like feeling something new. This is really cool. And your physical environment will be a byproduct of that. And then you get to that point, and then it's sort of like, oh, I've got this, and then bam, here comes love. Here's your relationship. Here's your career. Here's what you'll move yourself up an emotional scale. So set personal boundaries for yourself and be a little bit more disciplined when it comes to your energy, who you spend time with, what you're doing, all that sort of stuff. But also set boundaries with others. In this current energy, there's a lot of people waking up, a lot of people learning their lessons. You may have people, places, things, opportunities from the past that may rise up again and, you know, want to recalibrate, reconnect with you or something like that. So just use your discernment, but make sure that you have your boundaries up. And this isn't unless you do it this way, then I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to be with you if you're going to be like that. This is I won't be treated like shit. You either walk beside me and support me unconditionally, or you don't at all. You've got to set some clear boundaries for yourself. And until you can't do that unless you have a clear vision of what it is that you want. You can't release it. You can't release what you're holding on to, kids. You just can't. So hopefully when I launch this new group, the Clear Knowings with Miss Psychic D, because I'll just get on and share you my knowings, like what Spirit tell me. Because everyone always says, how did you know that? How did you know that? I'm going, I don't know. I just know. Yeah, I've been like that all my life. I've been very clairvoyant and I'm very clairknowant. I just know. You ask my kids, it drives them nuts because I'll give them advice and then what I said will come to them. They make their own choices and they go, oh, you always knew. Yeah, I'll say, I know it. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, what did I get out here? Sacred Travellers. So I hope this is all making sense. I hope I'm not rambling on too much. If you do want to, you can come back and watch the replay. Oh, thank you so much, Aqua, for the nice kind super chat. Love that. That's so kind. Thank you. If you want to stick around, I'm happy to pull a card for you just to exchange the energy and say thank you. Look at that, vast vista. So on a shamanic level, it's about focusing on where you're going from this moment forth, not where you've been. So they're asking you to expand your horizons and stop settling for less than you deserve and stop participating in what no longer serves you. We got the desert passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. And I'm going to help you with what the plan for the collective actually is, but I can only give it to you in a moment-to-moment sort of way because, you know, I mean, I wish I could be Nostradamus and do the whole big spiel, but that's not how I work. But you need to trust that there's a divine plan in place and that you're to expand your horizons. And then we got watching clouds. Now's the time to lie back, rest, regroup, recalibrate, go within, learn your lessons. And I'm not saying you just sit down, you learn your lesson, you move on. You've got to put it into action, you know what I mean? Got to put it into action. But a lot of us are still in this page energy. It's just, we're just learning. So part of the boundaries is that I'm not going to scroll TikTok for 17 hours today, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to eat the whole chocolate bar tonight. I might just have half. Just do something that is a little bit better for you and watch the shift. Watch the shift. It would be awesome if I could be Nostradamus. I do get stuff, but I choose not to entertain it, and I can't influence myself with too much outside of myself because it does take away from my mission on this planet, and that's just to hold people's hands, to walk through them, to be the person and to practice what I preach and to just share through the clarity of my own example, and that's my mission on this earth. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still expanding as well. So yeah, but to be Nostradamus, that would be bloody awesome. Okay, so please expect that everything is going to start smooth sailing. Everything's going to start sailing a little bit more soothly. I can't even speak English. Smooth passage coming in. I can feel it. When I jump into the psychic side of it, I'm like, oh, but in the current energy, I can feel it too. So, voyage of the heart. Love flows through you, to you. Self-love, all the way. The more that you self-love, not in an egotistical kind of way, but the more that you self-love and take care of yourself, the more you'll draw that into your experience and the more influence you'll have and the more that you can share to others. So yeah, that's you can feel it too, yeah. And it's hard when it's in feeling. A lot of clairsentience. I don't know how many times I've said to people this week, just Google clairsentience and see what that means. Or empathy, empath. I don't know how many times I've said that to people. Knowledge is power. You need to know. You need to get the understanding. You need to learn. Try and stay in the energy of the higher beings and source energies. That's awesome, Jeanette. But I learned very swiftly, probably end of last year, that that's a little bit unrealistic. But yeah, obviously the higher vibe you are, the better. All right, I'm going to get, the last card I'm going to get is from the Earth Warriors deck here. This deck is by Alana Fairchild, and I haven't pre-shuffled these or anything. out and bought myself a jacket. Went to Coles, my favourite, which I have not been at years. Oh, I love that for you, gorgeous. Good on you. And that energy is being backed at the moment. So keep being inspired. Keep buying yourself stuff. Keep the energy flowing. Come on, Spirit, let's have one of these. Can you, thanks. All right, I have to read this, guys, because I don't read these cards intuitively. Quite a few jumped out. All right, we got Shakana. It's number 19, so that number could be significant, which is 10, which is completion of a cycle. 9 and 1 is 10. Time to cross the threshold. If you do follow me on my social medias and you see that story that I did on Instagram the other day, the sky was literally split in two, and because the shaman in me, the spirit basically said, pick a side. Pick a side. Are you going towards the healing and the growth and the expansion and accepting that for yourself, or are you going to stay in the dark? It's up to you. It's up to you. We're not going to force anyone to do anything that you're not aligned to, but how good is that? Time to cross the threshold. Can't say it anymore. These descriptions are quite long, so I'm not going to read it all, but a threshold has appeared, bringing an ending, so complete that it is no longer possible to return to what has been. The light of the stars is your faithful guide into this new world. As you trust in your divine connection, deconstructed forms shall reshape themselves into relevant, helpful, and beautiful new ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. Trust in your strangest ideas, in that which is different, inspired, or unconventional. This crossing is very healing and furthers the activation of your divine potential. Booyah. So that says it in a more articulate way than what I do. But we're jumping timelines, guys. We're jumping into a massive timeline. March and April is very significant. It's our job right now as physical human beings to reconnect with our higher version of self, start believing and having faith in source, and start doing the more empowered daily action steps through the guidance of spirit, which I'll offer the best I can each and every day to be part of this massive shift. So, mic drop. Yeah. So that's what I got for today, my loves. That's what I've got for today. But I will, Aqua, Earth, Fire. Beautiful energy you have. Thank you so much for your super chat. I will pull you a card now. If you want to ask me a specific question so you can get some clarity on your current circumstance, you're more than welcome to do that. That's what I love to do the most. And those who have booked a video message with me over the last, yesterday, I'm channeling your messages and uploading and sending you the link today. So I can see a couple of you on here. So if you ever do need me for anything, you guys, it's on my website. But if you want to join my group, it's a VIP group. You get behind the scenes access to all the information that I get all the time. I've just felt like I needed to keep some type of a diary for myself, you know. So yeah, oh, you're welcome, guys. You are very, very, very welcome. Always a pleasure. You're welcome, Kim. Talk to you soon, gorgeous. All right, Aqua, Earth, Fire. Am I going in the right direction? Spirit, let's give, and I'm reading your energy, darling. So just make sure that you, especially the new people, you understand that what I get is, it may not happen yet, but it's usually when it does, but is going in the right direction. What do you need to know? Absolutely. You have a lot of smooth sailing coming in for you. This is just validation. You're also going to seek justice. I believe this is karmic justice. We are all heading into a time of karmic rewards as well. It's going to be a very rewarding year, so that's probably why prosperity keeps coming up. But for you, I'm just going to call you Aqua if that's all right. Titles elude me, I'm reading your energy, but Aqua, you have some type of justice coming in. I don't predict on legal or medical stuff, but if you are going through a legal matter, it could be attached to that. I would look after your physical self, because as soon as I'm tapping into your energy, I feel like I've got to do a hiccup, or there's something going on in my digestive tract. I literally heard the words too, my begging days are over. So I'm not saying that you've been begging for stuff. Maybe you have, I don't know, but it's kind of energy. I just don't feel like you're asking anyone else for help moving forward. It's like you just are going to do it yourself, and you're going to have faith in the universe and in your prayers that everything's going to work out. You may have been feeling a little bit lonely over the course, maybe over the last 6 to 8 months especially. If it's not that you've been lonely, it's just that you may feel like you're not understood by people, or you know, you're just a little bit different to everybody else, and that's because you are, because you're unique and you're amazing. But Spirit are really encouraging you to step out of any self-imposed type of prison that you've got going on, because you've got a lot of cards that represent the Tower to me here. It's like old things need to fall away so new things can take their place. You're definitely headed in the right direction. I don't think any of us really can get off path, so to speak, but I have to be honest and say I am feeling that there's still a little bit of resistance within your energy. So this could be holding on to people, places, things, thoughts, beliefs, anything that sort of no longer serves you. It's just keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you stagnant. We are never stuck, because energy is forever moving forward. It's just, are we a willing participant or not? Spirit wants you to know that there's going to be some sort of positive co-creative collaboration that's going to come in for you as a result. You've got the Death card. So this old cycle is closing out for you. You're definitely on the right path. Once again, take the collective response that it's time to learn your lesson and start moving forward. I'm on it? Awesome. I think you're going to cross paths with somebody that has the potential that you have and that you know you have. This person is actually quite financially successful. It's not that you're going to be drawn to them for the money or anything like that, but it's kind of like you're going to start seeing the evidence of where your relationship is to money. I do see a lot of abundance. I do feel like this person is coming into your life that's going to maybe shower you with gifts or offer you a promotion. This person's got their stuff together. They see the potential in you, but what Spirit are telling me mostly with this energy is that this person that you're about to cross paths with, if you haven't already, is actually a mirror reflection of you. So I do see the potential. I don't know whether you've always thought, I've got the potential of being wealthy. You know, I've got the potential of being rich and satisfied and all that type of stuff. But yeah, you've actually got a really, really beautiful, I'd say probably within the next 2 to 3 months, based on this energy right now, you're going to cross paths with this king. And it's a very masculine energy that is going to see the potential in you, and together, whether it's through relationship, whether it's through business or work, you guys are going to collaborate. And I just feel like from April, May, they keep saying, you're going to get a lot more emotionally happy. So it's about emotional satisfaction. So yeah. Yes, you're right. I just made a major decision. Try my best to be okay with it so I can unstuck myself. Yeah, and that's a false belief system that a lot of people have, is that you are stuck. It's not that anyone's stuck. When you're working with energy, no one's ever stuck. You're resistant. So, and the reason why a lot of people don't receive what they've been asking for is because they just haven't got the momentum, the energetic momentum backing it up just yet. So nothing, like I say, nothing's ever going wrong. It's just your energy is not prepared to receive what you've been asking for. Okay, on my own. If not, no, I don't think that, but I hear that a lot about wealth. And it's your version of wealth, darling. It's your version of wealth. People instantly attach wealth to millions and zillions and gazillion dollars. Wealth, some people, like for me, home, connection, quality time with my loved ones, good food, great company, high vibration. That is my definition and my version of wealth. So I should be a little bit more cautious in the words I use, but for some it's money. For some it's the latest sneakers. For some it's brand new cars, the latest technology. Cool. That's cool too. If that's your version of wealth, so be it. But whatever your version of wealth is. Emotional stability. And isn't that funny that you said that, Aqua? Because that's what Spirit literally said. Even though there's some financial prosperity and abundance coming in for you, it's more so about the emotional stability that's attached to it. Because 9 times out of 10, the only reason why we want anything in this life on the outside is because it satisfies a feeling that we're craving on the inside. So now it's about feeling it, knowing it to be true, and then actually experiencing it in the outside world. Perfect. So that family wealth, your version of that, that's what's coming in, darling. That's what's coming in. So yeah, I hope that helped you. All right, I might have a few more minutes to... Has anybody got a question? It just, in these type of environments, and I know, even if it's just a broad question, if you could ask a question, because the energy that I use to just pull a card, because I'm not a tarot card reader, I actually tap into your energy and give you a little snippet. So if you could ask a question, that would be awesome. Love that, Aqua. Definitely satisfy the inner me. Oh, yeah, look at that. Tap it into your energy. Same card jumped out, Aqua. King of Pentacles. Love it how that works, out of all these. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I love giving people what they need. All right, Lisette, should I continue to look for a better paid job? Spirit, let's give Lisette something about her work. Yes, yes. What I love about this anyways, I feel like there's a new job coming in for you anyway, Lisette. Got the Ace of Pentacles, that come out in the main message as well. Got the Empress, this is about you taking the time out to nurture, feed, water, and foster into your life the type of role that you would like for yourself. You have more money coming in that's going to be able to assist and help your family life out a lot more. My throat chakra is closing up. So I do some chakra alignment if I were you, or be able to speak your truth, Lisette. The reason why I say that is because you did, the Five of Cups did come out. And I do feel like there's a little bit of something going on in your energy where you're focused on everybody else's happiness and everybody else's, what everybody else is doing, when you're being encouraged to come back and look at your own cup. Take the collective guidance, Lisette, because I do feel like you're heading into more fertile times, and I do feel like there's actually, they keep saying new position coming in for you. Yeah, look, because the old timeline's dying for you too. The old version of self. So you may be offered a job, or you may step out of your comfort zone and you may actually apply for something that you would never even thought that you'd get, or you never thought that you'd do. I've got a feeling that this job that's coming in for you is something completely different to what you've ever done before, and I like that. I like that. So yeah. Yeah, look after your physical self. That come up in the beginning as well. So I do send you healing, my love. Do send you healing. But if anybody's getting physically unwell, that's a natural byproduct of what's going on within you energetically. So rest, recreation, don't it's all signs and symbols as to where you're energetically at. So don't feel like if you take time out and you rest and you recoup and you get yourself back in the game, that's lazy, that's unproductive, that's anything like that. That's just programming from the 3D. You need to look after your spiritual self, holistic self, physical self. Rose, will my husband and I be moving to warmer climate? I'd say more than likely, because as soon as I tapped in your energy, I started getting really hot. You probably, and the air conditioning's going in here and everything. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Absolutely. Yep, moving on. Once again, Rose, it's about getting a little bit more articulate and a little bit more fine-tuned in I don't have to know when this is going to happen, but I do know that we are moving somewhere warmer. And I love the warm. The warm makes me feel blah, 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 blah. Oh, I love in my house how I can just go outside and just pick crops from the garden. You know, crops from the garden. I can work off the land. They didn't say it's not necessarily going to be warmer per se, but it's definitely going to be somewhere that's a little bit drier. Because I do feel like there's an element of working off the land, and the land can actually get a bit brown sometimes, but then it will lush up. So, yeah, I actually do see that for you. I don't know where you are or whatever, but they just told me Florida. But I got to be careful because that's just symbology to me. So wherever you are, wherever Florida is to where you are, or it could be that kind of distance, or that could be something that you were thinking of, or there's some sort of connection with that. But you definitely will, but it's time to create it. Oh, hi, Annette. I don't know states, American states and all that, so if you're in Oregon. I can feel the pull to Canada, guys. I can feel the pull to Canada. That's what I'm manifesting. Oh. Sorry, I think I put all these back in. Upside down. Can you still see me? I just got a phone call and I think it just... I love that. Prep and Rose. Oh, thanks. Sometimes when the phone gets interrupted, it, yeah. Johnny wanted to know if his online ventures will work out. Spirit, will Johnny's online ventures work out? Well, Johnny's, yes, if you step up into your boss type energy. Yep, they definitely will. Queen of Pentacles to me represents someone coming in that may help support you in your endeavors. This is definitely a female energy, and I think I've told you that 1,000 times already. I think it's just down to your belief system, Johnny, because we've got the moon, and the moon represents you following your intuition and just doing what you feel is best at that time rather than trying to follow a programmed script or anything like that. You also got the Four of Pentacles. To me, this represents someone who's stepping out of an apprentice type energy and they're going to be a boss. The Emperor did flip over, which is the boss type energy. You do have the potential of being very successful, but you may have to ask for a little bit of help or a little bit of support to get it going. And there's definitely a shift. See, yeah, you keep getting the money cards. Keep working out what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. But honestly, Johnny, I think it's just going to boil down to your belief system. It's all down to your belief system. So, but from a spiritual, higher perspective and a psychic sense, then yes. Yes. Wendy wants to know she'll find a new rental property soon. Spirit, will Wendy find a new property soon? Oh, thank you so much, Mirabella. Oh, thanks so much. That's so kind of you. I appreciate you. Oh, yes you are. Yes you are. Wendy, I see a really good investment coming in for you. It's so funny because you're asking that question and Spirit is saying, yeah, you'll get a place, but you'll also get a partner around the same time. And I think you may be working where you're moving to, or you'll move because of a job, or something about you moving into an area where you'll be able to put your expertise to work. Something like that. Honestly, it's going to boil down, it's going to boil down to your belief and not falling for illusions. And or I feel like this is self-illusion, if I'm honest, because as soon as I'm tapping in your energy, I feel like I've got a really big blockage in, like, between here and here. So I do see a move, and it can really happen at any time for you, but it's about you releasing some type of resistance, Wendy, because once you step through this doorway and this new portal, you're going to probably get a job, get more clients, get more money, get a partner. It's all just going to rush in for you. So, yeah, you are. Oh. Friends are moving to Cocoa Beach, Florida. Told my husband last night that we should move there too. See, Florida, you said it, you spoke about it last night. If that's not evidence that spirit are listening to you and encouraging you and nurturing you, that blows my mind. So there you go, Rose. I love that. Spirit, does Debbie meet a partner this year? Yes. Yes. I don't do names and specifics like that unless Spirit give it to me in a full reading, if that makes sense. But that's the thing. Do not attach yourself to, it's got to be a John. And I don't care what any other psychic tells you. Allow that to be a surprise, that if you do meet someone and they're a soulmate energy and they fill your cup and it's equal energy exchange and it's a soulmate connection, and if their name is John, then yee-hoo! But don't attach yourself, because you pinch yourself off from the energy flow of this coming in by thinking it is a John. But yeah, you definitely are, and what a great partnership you guys are going to be. I feel like I'm traveling, I'm exploring. It's like I'm sitting on the back deck and we're both sharing a drink, we're both sharing stories. And what I love about this energy the most is that you have your own goals and dreams, they have their own goals and dreams, but together you can talk about it and you can bask in it. And yeah, it's going to be great, Debbie. So keep doing you, babes. Obviously, you want to meet someone that's in alignment with your best possible version of self. But yeah, definitely coming in. Definitely coming in. All right. All right, it's nice seeing you too, Johnny, and thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to go too. But I hope that helped you guys in some way. Of course, keep an eye out for the 1-minute messages across all my platforms and stuff. If you want to join my VIP group, where you will get behind the scenes access to spirit-led messages and affirmations and self-scripts and what I'm doing in my day and what's happening. Really looking forward to getting part of a really co-creative and collaborative community in there. I always say to Spirit, I'm happy to help those who want to help themselves. So obviously, if you're willing to invest in yourself and join the group, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to book in for a reading, you can do that too. Yeah, whatever floats your boat. But at the end of the day, go back and re-watch this and follow Spirit's guidance, because if nothing changes, and that'd be an absolute shame. So, all right. All right, guys, I love you all so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.